Hello, everybody. Welcome to Summer Python video number 5. Twice in one day. I know, it's crazy, right? So you're probably wondering why I have all these otters on my screen, and it's because I don't want you to see my code just yet. So here we go. Let's just do a little demo program. Guess the number. 52. No, that's not it. 51. Nope, that's not it. 42. I guessed it. Look at that. Admittedly, I wrote the program, so I should probably be able to guess it the first time. Wow. It responded to it immediately. And how did I do that? Let's take a look. So, we already know how to print things. We learned that in video 1. Learned how to get input. We did that in video 3, I believe. But this is an interesting structure. Wow. So, this is called a loop. And it does pretty much what you'd think it would. It loops around until the condition is no longer so. So it says, while this is true, do all this. And yeah, that's pretty much all it does. You can make it run forever if you were to replace this with true, or yes, it's always true. And as soon as it's not true, it'll stop doing it, and it'll go down to here. Note that I didn't really check if I guessed it or not, because if I've gotten down here, that means obviously I have guessed it. So yeah, you can see it happen again. 31, 312, anything but 42, and it'll stop. So that's called control. That's another control flow mechanism, like the if statement, where we're able to control where the user goes. Let's try a slightly more complicated one. 31 and 12, 21 and 46 and 27 and 28. Yeah. So that one happened 4 times, but then realized that I'm not very good at this. Let's look at it. So yeah, this is a for loop. It does for I in and a set of numbers. So in reality, range 1 to 5 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. And note that this is one past where you want to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is range 1 to 5. So for I in 1, 2, 3, 4, do this. So it kind of counts up from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also here we're using a boolean. A boolean is named after George Boole, and it's just a true-false value. Right now it's set to false equals false. Yeah, pretty obvious. And then as soon as you guess the number, it'll set it to true. It'll set the flag to true and say break. Now break gets you out of the loop. It breaks the loop. There's also one called continue, which lets you skip it. So let's say you said continue, and you had other things here. Print, ha 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 ha. Yeah. Our text editor doesn't like that. So let's try this one. Continue. Break just got us straight out of the loop, or would have. So if I break right now, 31, 42, it just gets straight out of the loop and doesn't do it 4 times. And you can also use that with the while loop, by the way. It just, it won't be counting anything. But let's try continue. 31, 42. Oh, that worked. Why did that work? I didn't save. Okay. 31, 42, 42, 42, 42. It was 42. I guessed it the whole time, but, it just kept going. In fact, if I don't guess it the whole time, I guessed it at the end. Or in the middle, maybe. yeah, I guessed it up here, and it still says I guessed it. That's because it set the flag to true, and the flag stays true the whole time until the end, even if it keeps running. So that's one use of bools that are kind of useful, and that's the use of loops. Two different ways that you can use loops. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Loops are a little much to digest since there's so many things you can do with them. In fact, almost everything has to do with them. Brace yourselves. Ha ha ha. Um, but yeah, like for example, I don't know why you'd want to do this, but for I in 1 through 10, print I. So you can use the variable inside the loop. And this is hello world. Okay. Oh, excuse me. And see, it did that. That's cool. I guess you could use continues or whatever to skip over whatever number you want. Or you could, another one is iterating through a string. And let's go from 0. Print A of I. Or A index I. We learned that in the last video. And now we've printed out all the letters here. So that's pretty cool. Or 10 minus I, we can print them out backwards. Nice. Look at that. That's probably going to be about it for today. There definitely might be questions about this since loops are a little more complicated. You should know that indentation means that we're still in the loop. And indentation obviously means we're still in the if statement. So if I didn't indent this, nothing would happen. Or, well, it would print out like S, I think. Nope, it didn't even like that. It just expected an indented block. Oh, well, so it caught it, but let's do that one. It's not going to do anything. No, it's... Okay, well, it doesn't particularly like that. You have to indent it. You can also do I within other things. So, for I within a list, which we'll go over later, but just know that I doesn't have to be iterating through numbers in Python. And that's, especially for you C users, that's weird, right? But it's really cool because you can iterate through other items. We'll get to that next video where we'll talk about lists. But yeah, now you know about for loops. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, while loops, for loops. There's something called a do while loop, which I don't know if it exists in Python, but it's pretty cool, I guess. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.